Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Thanks God Traders Hub. Yes. It's another morning. I believe it is a good morning right where you are. So I can see Patrick, I can see Rachel. Good morning, guys, and everyone else who is right here. I also see Shamim coming on. Good morning, guys. So right about now, we know how we do this. Let's pray and then start today's session. Father, we thank you for this morning. Thank you that we are here. Thank you that you're back here again for this very opportunity where we come in every day to make money. Thank you for the trades that we took yesterday. Thank you for the profits that we made, and of course, still the losses that we made yesterday. We know that we can recover today even stronger and better than yesterday. Thank you that we are making it tonight, and we are ready to take those signals and those trades. We give you praise. We love you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Right. Please go ahead and share the link probably with your statuses on WhatsApp or even other social media as we grow together the account. Thank you so much. Now let's get into Crush 500. Crush 500. All right. So Crush 500, let's look at, all right, so for, I had yesterday, all I wanted, the analysis was like that. I wanted price to get there and we start to sell. And clearly, immediately after reaching there, I had some limits set on that level. And immediately when it reached on that order block, that is an H4 order block, yes, as immediately as it reached on H4 order block, the sales started immediately. So right about now, I want us to analyze and see how we are going to trade it today. Already I'm in some profits. There's another limit here that I set up today morning, but price only reacted on that level, reacted back to this level only, didn't reach that level. So I want us to see, first delete all this, all that, and then we look at entry. Yesterday's trade here was, let me see, was it a buy? This is yesterday. So this was a loss that I countered, failed to grab that money. When it reached there, I thought it was going all the way there, but on reaching there, it came back down. And I think by this time I was in class, so I was unable to manage it. That's how crazy it was yesterday. So that was a loss there. This was a loss here. Also, all these. You look at, I entered here, but then it took me out here. That's how I missed a lot of money all the way. All this money that had gone all the way here. So yesterday's entry. Was it yesterday? Yes. Yesterday's entry, the first entry was here. Those who were on the signal, in the signal group. It took us out. Then I made another entry right here, but I didn't want to give you that because I don't want you guys to overtrade. So I entered another here. This is the one that went all the way up there, but then later on came retesting again on the level down below here, came retesting. This one took me out on SL in profits. This other entry right here, it was already in a loss right here. Went in profits, then came again, took me out. But clearly it went all the way where we had anticipated according to yesterday's anticipation, the analysis that we had made. And now the sale started. Why? It's now getting to the why it is selling. Looking at daily, that is the plan, that is the trade plan right there. We want it to come all the way here. That's why we are selling it. And clearly it's actually according to weekly. You have to remember, according to daily, we are oversold, but we want to trade the main structure. So if we were buying, we would have seen this price go back into this very flag. But just because we have this kind of structure, we have a break of structure right here. Consolidation now started to go back, consolidate, breakout. Now we see that price is coming again to sales. So since yesterday, it's been selling. Actually, was it since yesterday? Since today morning, it's been selling. Yeah, that's when it activated those buy limits. And clearly right now as I speak, I can drag my SLs in profits a bit lower and secure that. I can remove this. Should I? Let's look at H4. Yeah, I think I can. Okay. I need a point of interest. Yeah, I think I can delete it. No need for it right there. So, looking on H4, we are selling. Weekly, we are selling. It's only daily that shows us that we are oversold, but the rest we are selling. Here we are. Oh, like H1 is saying that we are oversold. That's why we started to buy here. So that can only tell us that price is within the range according to H1. So it's coming here, and then later on we'll go up there, or probably react from this order block where we are currently. And head back to the buy shortly to later on come in with a sell. We have to realize that the general trend is a sell. So whenever you're buying, buy cautiously, knowing that the general trend is a sell. Now, having seen that on H1, I see that on M15 the price is reacting on that H1 order block, but from the structure, after giving us a high there, it started to sell. We've been seeing break of structures, lower lows, lower highs. So right about now, we wait for if it is going to break this level and give us a change of character, or if it's going to actually come and break out and come all the way to the trend line. So we have two ways we can enter this asset, but in all those ways you have to mind about the trend, knowing that the trend is is a sell trend. The general trend is a sell trend, not a buy trend. So you've got to mind about that. Even when you enter a buy knowing that you're going to scalp it or to trade it shortly and then move out, as it's highly going to be a selling trend. So for now, we are going to wait for this sell. According to M15, yes, there's going to be a short retest, probably back to this order, back to this fair value gap, probably back to that fair value gap or to this order block right here. In fact, I think to this order block, according to M15, and then from there, one may anticipate the sell. From there, one may anticipate the sell to come all the way back to the trend line. That is what I may anticipate. Why am I doing this? Why am I seeing this? We've just reached 50% or the retracement level of CCI. And if I happen to, those who remember a Bollinger Band, if I bring in my Bollinger Band, where is it? If I bring in my Bollinger Band right here, you will see that we are clearly oversold right there. So, and this will clearly be telling you that that is a buy kind of move right about here. But normally we want to be steady on how we make an entry, and this would be something that we'll be looking at right about there. So having seen this, it helps me to know what I can do. And clearly on M5, we were supposed to make that sniper entry right about there to buy, and buy it short to take us right there. This would be a scalping move, like that move that I told you about in VIP, that we'll be looking at scalping today as we recover. Alright, so having said all this, yeah, I can now move back to M15. Let's go to H1. We got that. Yes. Alright, so M5. Do I enter now? Not really. I can't make that entry. I'm just going to leave it where it is, and I'm just going to leave it. Already seen there's a break of structure right about here, so that would be a mess when you do that. So we wait for it. Boom 1000. I've talked about crash. Let's now push and go ahead to another asset. Boom 1000. Boom 1000. Let's look at this. So boom 1000. Yesterday was a crazy day. I failed to follow up on all these analyses, but they all went as it was planned. So let's go to boom 1000. Let's look at how it happened. This is yesterday. Yeah, that is yesterday. I made that entry right there, took my profits right there when it came there. I didn't share this this entry, reason being, this entry was made, let me see, when was it made? 9, 10, 11, 12. It was made at midday. I think we were finishing the session. We finished, I think, around midday. Yeah, this is when I made this entry right here. But then I was a bit late on making it, so that's why I couldn't share it. I was supposed to. I realized this point here connecting to this other one to give me this trend line late, so I couldn't share that signal, and I don't want to give you signals that are risky, so that you find yourself in the middle of the trend. So no, that is not me. Some of you guys, you find when you don't have enough capability to have such a risk all the way from there to here. And clearly this was the risk to reward ratio. Although on coming back, I had not put a stop at TP level. I wasn't online to close immediately when it went all the way there. So that's how I missed, but that was perfect 1 to 3 tip risk to reward right there. So now let's talk about enough of yesterday. So now we saw when this is before yesterday closing, we saw that, and we saw a change of character right there. That was an entry right there. Price came back into it. This was like first go back to H1. Yeah, this was like a pullback, grab liquidity where on that fair value gap as usual, on this very fair value gap. Same, it had now become a support, so it came back there, grabbed it, and now we started to see buy entries. Now going to H4, clearly we had another setup according to H4, which is a falling wedge, and that's what we see there. We had a breakout. Now the first fake breakout there, I was waiting for it, but it came back to grab liquidity. So this was a confirmation of this very move, of the breakout move. This was a confirmation when it reacted back to this fair value gap right about there. That was the confirmation there of this very breakout move. Now I want to see if it actually touched this OB. Not really, it did not. So it came back to the fair value gap and immediately went with enough momentum to break out. So what do? We know that this move is the very anticipated move to see. This is going to be our anticipated move right about there. Right about there. That's where price is coming. Immediately you can see where it's going, right about there. I had already marked it. So knowing that, I can delete that. I can delete also this. Now I want to, even this can be deleted now. Now I want to understand, according to daily, we are buying, that's for sure. According to weekly, of course we are buying. So H4 we want to continue buying, but then we've reached that kind of level. Is it a daily level or it's an H4 level? That's another block right there, and it's actually a resistance level. So at the close of this candle, of which it has closed, I think a new one has started. Yes, a new one has just started right now. This is going to be a retracement. This is going to be a retracement candle, and clearly on H1 it's going to be selling. This is boom, it's going to be selling, and looking at that, I want to have a confirmation to enter sales now. Please, those you guys who are ready with art, I want to look at selling this asset now. But the only issue is I'm not getting a confirmation, but I can see on H1 I have that. So what do I do now? The reason why I'm selling is, I've talked about this several times, that when we have a successful breakout, the immediate effect is always a retracement. And clearly now we had a successful breakout, and this candle was also a buy candle. Right now we should be looking at a retracement back right about here before we can continue buying. So remember that general trend is a buy, so whatever you're doing in as a sell, please do it and do it knowing that the general trend is a sell. So what do I do now? I'm going to enter a sell. I may not put a stop loss. No, I will have to put a stop loss, but I'm going to look for where to put it. Yeah, this is going to be my sell. Just use 0.5 as my order. I'm going to put this right here. Yeah, I'm going to put it just about there as my stop loss. That means I'm going to be risking $16, and I'll be looking at about at the end of this candlestick, and I'll be looking at about $50. That's going to be my trade, but it doesn't mean that I have to take all of it. It doesn't mean I have to take all of it. In fact, I should enter two trades. The other one should be just about here. The other one, the first TP should be here. If I enter two trades, I think so. Yeah, the other one will just be right about here. So let me go to it. So yeah, those are my two trades. And I'll be looking my stop loss just about there. So first entry, first TP is there, and then the second TP is just right about there. Right about there. That's what I'll be looking for. So if I go to M15, yeah, M15 didn't give me an entry. That means there's going to be an entry, and a better entry on M15 to get into all this kind of sell. And just because the reason why I'm saying that is because we had a break of structure right there. So that's why I'm saying that it's going to come in a bit, then to get a short spike to later on come with a sell at a better level. So if you can wait for this, probably right about there, and then you make your entries right from there, it will be the best entry for you. But for now, I've locked in my entries to push for this very sell. Right, that is Boom 1000. Please don't forget to trade with stop losses. Don't forget to trade with stop losses. These are very important. Right, that is all done. Let's now head over. I want to first get to see crash. Not yet, so it's still going on. Now go to Boom 1000, Boom 500. We work out this Boom 500. Alright, so Boom 500 has been moving slowly. Let's look at, not really, actually it's been moving. So this is H4, and let's look at yesterday's entries. Did I make an entry? Yeah, I made that sell. It was a short one. I think this was a limit order that was activated. I did share this also in the signals group. I think, let me see the reason why I didn't share it. But it was a limit order. It was a limit order. Was it? Not really. Wasn't. I entered this when? What time was this? What time was this? 16, 17, 18, 19. It was around 7 p.m. Yeah, I entered it as I was entering the evening class. Okay. Why didn't I share it? As I was entering the evening class of 7 p.m. Why didn't I share it? Oh, it was too close. It was too close. It was too close. It was too close. So this was the only risk right there. It was too close, but still it would have given us 1 to 2 at least 1 to 2. I didn't share it. Sorry guys, that is my bad. I didn't share this signal. But anyways, it was a 1 to 2. I told you guys I would never share with you a signal that is not giving us at least that I've not anticipated a 1 to 3. So I don't normally give signals that I'm looking at 1 to 2. So I think that's the reason why I didn't share it with you guys. Alright, so enough of yesterday on Boom 500. Enough of yesterday. Let's look at today. So let's first go to weekly. We know that's what we've been looking at. According to daily, we wanted a pullback to come later on with a strong sell. That's why we are oversold and actually trying to get buys in according to daily. So right from that very order block, which is a daily OB, it's becoming a support level, in fact a strong support level in that regard. We saw that we started to buy, but later on this was just to go and grab some liquidity. This kind of entry right here, it went all the way back there to grab liquidity. That means we are continuing to sell. Why? Because already this structure shows us that we need to sell all the way back here. Why? Because of this move that brought us into consolidation right here. So that's why we have it right on this level. So if we know that, you have to remember that weekly it's a strong sell and we haven't reached even the retracement level right there according to CCI. So go to H4, look for that kind of sell. And clearly I wouldn't hesitate to enter from here because a new candle has started. And even on H1 you'll be seeing the change of character right there. The only issue is where to put the stop loss. That's the only issue, where to put the stop loss. Change of character. Anyways, this stop loss is going to be a big one, so I'm just going to enter with my 0.2 and to minimize my exposure. Then I'll put my stop loss right about there. And this TP is going to all go right about there. This is how we can make this trade today. That is a sell that is going to happen. We want it to come all the way down below here. So you guys who want to enter this can make it right here. I hope it will have enough momentum to break out of this support level. It's a strong one. Looking at daily there, it was another block, but it has held up that level 4 2 times in here, 2 times 1 and 2 there. Please, your first TP should be here. Don't be greedy and you fail to close in some profits when you get to this level. So for that case, I will add another entry to have the second TP. I'll add another entry, but let me add that entry, I think, after a pullback. Do I anticipate a pullback? Yeah, according to M5. I will anticipate a pullback according to M5. So I will wait for that kind of pullback and then enter my second entry. Yeah, V25. Let's now head over to V25 and move Vol25S. Vol25S. What is happening? This has been moving slowly. Yesterday we wanted it to break that level and then we start to buy it, but up to now we haven't gotten a clear breakout, so we are still waiting. So this is a no-go. Don't waste your time on it. Let's move to another asset, which is V75. 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 Right. So let's look at yesterday. This is H1. Buy up to there and sell it. Wanted to sell it, but the selling was short-lived here. Went all the way back in. Why did it go back to that OB? Let's go to it. We know that H4 is supposed to sell, and I think we have a better entry right there. We had a breakout there to continue selling, then retest, but the retest went all the way back to that OB. Remember, according to H4, we are overbought. Since then, we've been overbought, meaning sales. According to daily, we haven't reached overbought yet, but we've been looking for, let me just increase this, we've been looking for this as a retracement and then continue buying. So that's according to daily, we want it to reach to that level. So the buy entry, the buy trend is the one we were waiting for according to daily time frame. So if I can now delete all these, you'll see what I'm talking about. I had my buy entry here because that's where I wanted to make that entry to take me all the way up there, but clearly it did not, it was never activated. So let's see now. According to H4, when did I put this buy limit? No, it's not coming back really. Just delete it. Just delete it. So now that according to the H4 we are supposed to be selling, I want to see if we can make sense of this structure right here and look at it in another way. This low here gave us that high, so we can use this as our low and that as our low right about there. So that is what we see, prices within that kind of range. And remember, we have another block here, but is it still valid? No, it's no longer valid. Why? It has been mitigated by here, but sometimes this order block can tend to become a support level. So for now we will leave it on. All these that I have right here, we may, this one is not really, oh, that can act as a support actually. Let's just leave it on also. Now those are our kinds of entries, those are our kinds of points of interest. So according to what we see there on H4, we touched the trend line and all the order block right there and started to sell immediately. So let's see, do we have an entry to sell? Not really. In fact, H1 is saying we should be looking for buys, whereas M15 is saying sells. So according to M15, we see a change of character. In fact, right about there. Then a retest, then came in here, and that's where we started to see break of structure, break of structure. So this I'm not going to trade. I'm not going to trade this. In fact, let me first clear this and look at a better way. I'm going to look at this. The momentum itself is weird. You can see how it is moving. So I can't enter it at all anywhere around here. In fact, I'm seeing probably a retracement right about that OB, just about there. Probably that's how I can make my sell entry if I'm to sell this asset. But until then, I don't see any pullback going beyond this level if I'm to enter. And then this may even be short-lived depending on what I'm seeing according to H1. According to H1, it may even be short-lived because H1 says we've been buying. But remember, now we've just seen that we are within this kind of range. So that means it's gonna come here and then go back up like that until it gets enough momentum to actually continue buying, until it gets enough momentum to break out. Remember, this is like a falling wedge. If you see it according to H4, it's like sort of a falling wedge. So you know that price will eventually break out to take us right there. And for you to be actually sure this is what you'll be able to see, this move that brought us into consolidation, it will be the same move that takes us right about there to the same level that we need to reach. So that is to confirm what we need. So I would advise entries on this level, not any sell entries. Any sell entries, they are going to be just retracement trades, which are always risky, but you know, when you get them properly, you can make that money as it is retracing. So I'll just put my limit order right about here, change it to 0.02. Don't risk a lot, put it right about there and here. Those will be my two limit orders on this asset. When it gets back there, comes in with sales, that will be only and only according to M15. All right, and of course according to even H4. Yeah, it will be according to M15 and H4. That's why I'll be looking at something like that. V10 1S. A V10 1S. V10 1S. Right, so let's look at that. All right, okay. This one was a weird one that took guys' money yesterday. Gave us money but kept on consolidating within this level. I believe was this the level. Let me see. Yeah, it kept on consolidating within this level, broke out, continued to sell a bit, then still kept on playing within that support level. It was actually another block at first. So currently, according to H4, we see that we are still having the momentum to sell it. We're still seeing the momentum to sell it, but like we had seen, it was trading within that channel right there. was trading within that channel. So, and that's why it kept on doing what it was doing with low momentum. So according to H1, or right now, according to H1, we see that we are oversold. We are oversold right there. Yep, we are oversold. First, let's first delete all this. Not even this. And now I want to understand this. Price has come back to this level right here, tested it. We should be getting into buys, but why should we be getting into buys? We have a change of character. Not really. So why? Let's go to M15. No, I'm not buying whatever this asset is showing me now. I don't see any change of character. Yes, I see a retest to back to that OB on H1, but it doesn't say anything. The only thing that I'm seeing confirming a buy is this order block on H4, this H4 order block, and of course, according to H1, retest back to that OB on H1 there. That is the only thing that is trying to confirm that we can actually buy this asset. And of course, even the oversold level right there. But I don't have something substantial on a price action to actually give me that kind of signal to enter buys. So that would be a no-go for me. The indicators show me this price action on support there. It shows me that, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Yes, of course, I see that price may be looking at coming back to grab liquidity right about there before we can come with a sell, but something is still missing. Something is still missing, and I don't want to just push. Don't want to just push without seeing what I'm doing. So for that case, let me do this and then wait to see how price will react to that. So now I want to delete these two lines right here. They are not necessary anymore. Yeah, they're not necessary. We need this kind of push. Is it going to happen before we can continue selling? We will wait and see. We will wait and see. But again, now I'm not doing any buys for now. Yeah, not ready for the buys. Not ready for the buys. Then that causes us now to move to jump 25. We have about 5 minutes to close this. We have about 5 minutes to close this. We have about 5 minutes to close this. This is what? This is jump 25. So let's go to daily. Jump 25 has been moving slowly, so we needed it right there. Go to H1 and on H4. Go back here. We needed it to start selling. So what is not happening? We see a change of character right here yesterday. Then a pullback back where to that OB, which is now what we needed to actually confirm the sales. and I think now we can enter sales. Should we? Let's look at daily. Yes, we should be looking for sales. Weekly, we should be looking for sales. So whatever we are seeing on H4 is just a confusion according to CCI. So if we know that, then we can go to H1. Those who have big accounts, please, you can enter this asset, but also enter them with at least a lot size that you know that aligns with your very account. I'm not going to the very stop loss level should be just above that order block, but I'm not going to put it all the way up there. I'm just going to leave it right there, and I'll be taking my first TP right back here. That's where I'll be taking my first TP, and as I monitor to see if I will have actually more entries to push it all the way down below. So for now, delete all the necessarily delete it at OB, delete it, and yeah, that's it. So this is jump 25s, jump 25. That's what I'll be looking for. I will look for sales to bring me all the way back here. Oh, wait a minute. There's a possibility of it not coming back to down below. Yeah, because of that. This low gave us that high, and then the high gave us this low. So you've got to understand that and know that actually we may continue buying according to H4. That is crazy. That's crazy. So please, from what I've just seen, you've got to you have to close the trade before you mess up. You've got to close the trade before you mess up. Why? Because having seen this is our resistance, this is our support. So price is likely to continue going up according to what we are seeing here on H4 and M15. So there's no reason why it is not continuing, because we have here a change of character, a pullback after change of character, and then we have a break of structures right there. So price is literally going to continue in a buy. Price is literally going to continue in buys. And if I can go to M5, I would actually show you the other reason why it's actually going to continue in M5, in buys. That will be another reason right about there. That will be another reason. That is a falling wedge. Then we know that this move right about there is actually going to come through to there. So please don't rush anything for now. Of course, we know that these guys can first push for a fake breakout to later on bring us into buys. So, but I was not ready to take chances there. So that's the reason why I closed immediately. There's always an anticipation of a fake breakout just like that to later on bring us into the buyer and take us all the way there. Remember, this is jump. It can jump in going to sales, it can jump going into buys. We've got to be ready for anything. I think that's it on jump 25. Let's now head to jump 10. Jump 10, let's start all the way from weekly, we need this move to later on come in the sells. Why? Because we have a rising wedge there. It has to respect the structure, right there, but we don't have the others. We don't have this other low. Don't tell me that this is the low that it has chosen to give us. And I believe it is. Yeah, let me first leave it there, right here like that. This is high, low, and high, low. It should be like this, I believe so. I'm not sure. That low has been done with, so meaning the buys are on, or to only come here later on and continue selling. So that is for sure according to H weekly. So now that we've seen that, then we know that price is gonna change, is going to continue like that, the way we want to reach that order block according to daily time frame. So according to H4, we are overbought, and we have a resistance level which was initially a fair value gap right there. So what do we do now? Let's try to delete these, delete all these. This move right here happened yesterday, I believe. Oh, no. We needed it to react there, then come all the way back here. So it didn't react back, but actually it reacted on this candle. Then come all the way right to this level, or this level right here. So it did that. So we no longer need that. We didn't get an entry there. So what do we do now? We are overbought according to H1 and of course even H4. Why? Because of that resistance level. According to week daily, that was a break of structure right here. Came down, tested that level. Now it's trying to look for another level. I think it came with enough momentum actually to break out. So now that we know that the buyers have enough momentum to actually push for the breakout from that level, then we can go to H1, M15, look at that, and now we see that break of structures are happening. So this is a no-go for me. I'm not trading this at all for these reasons. I'm not trading this. I'm just going to wait. If it breaks out and makes a retest, I'm just going to wait. If it breaks out and gives us a retest, then I can enter the kind of buy that I need. But until then, I'm not making any risk trade on this asset. That is it. So enough of this. Let's now do the recap and call it a day. Let's now do a recap and call it a day. So we decided crash 500. Clearly we see the price has reached that level. It's trying to give us a change of character right there, but it's not yet valid. So no risking here. Boom 1,000. Boom 1,000, like I told you, it will come back again around there, and look at that, it did actually come back. So let's go back to H1 where we now it has come back to that order block, but still we need this move for us to enter the buy. So without it, no reason for any entries at all. So until then, please don't make a mistake of you making that kind of entry of a buy just there. It has to come about this level. So knowing this, please put your buy limits if you can. Put your buy limits right here, right on that OB, because price has to do this very move. Price has to do that kind of move. It has to, for us to get another and to get a perfect entry to buy it. Never buy something like this when it is in the middle of a trend. Yeah. So for now, we are going to wait for this to give us a change of character, and we sell it all the way back here as we wait for our buy entries to come through. That is boom 1000, boom 500, boom 500. It's also trying to give us a pullback. I also talked about that, and I told you that the pullback is probably happening. Let me see, is it on M15? Not really. Yeah, actually M15, right about there. It's likely to come right about there and then continue selling. That's what we'll be looking for. According to Volatility 25, this is a waste of time. Don't even go there. This one, we want it to come all the way up there and activate our sell limits, and it's almost reaching our sell limits to later on sell it properly. This has reached that level again, but we need that candle to close so that we can be sure of where this trend line is going to be. So for now, don't make any mistake of making the entry now. Just leave it for a while. Jump 25, we need price to come all the way here, so before we can make that kind of entry that we need, the buy. Yes, this sell can be a scalp sell, but it is always risky when you're dealing with jump, so you rather wait for something like this to enter the buys properly, because the general trend is a buy. So if you want, I would say we put your buy limits here, but sometimes it may not give it to you. It may not give you this fake breakout. But just because we have another block here, it may, or it may even come to this fair value gap of which it has already touched. So it may come again around there and then continue. So that's why I say don't put your buy limit, just wait and you enter in real markets, with a market order. And this one will be waiting for this and then pull back, and then we make an entry. So for now, the only trades I see that are very that are coming around just like we want is gonna be boom 500. We want this, and then make another entry right from there. Right from there, you take your first TP there, right here, then the second TP is all the way down below. The second TP is all the way down below, right about here. So this would be your first TP right here. Alright, then boom 1000, we need it to give us this, and that's how we'll be able to make this perfect entry. So until then, until it gives us this very move, we don't have an entry to enter and continue with the buys. Remember, we are continuing with the buys. That is the general trend. Even though we see that H1 is trying to show us that we should be looking for sells for some time, we may not see that because H4 is clearly in a buy trend. And that's what we'll be looking at. Then crash 500. it's giving us a change of character, and I'm skeptical about entering it because of what I saw there. Yeah. Oh, this was a change of character pullback. Anyways, it's fine. The general trend is a sell, so if we miss this buy move, we can always enter the sell move when it gets back there, because that's what we are waiting for. That's what we are waiting for. Remember already, I'm in some sells, and these are my stop losses already. So I've been selling it. I need it to reach here, and then I can enter the buy again. I think that's it. Let me wish you guys a good day. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Oh, Felix, you're saying about the network. What's up? I don't know if it is to everyone, but I didn't notice that. I think maybe the network was buffering on my end. But I hope you guys have got a good time. The signal group is still going on, and today we're going to look at recovering some losses we encountered. Some of the guys encountered some losses. I personally, the 3 trades that I shared, I wasn't able to manage them to come out with some profits, so we'll be looking at recovering from yesterday's losses. Of course, I had some other entries that I made, that I entered, that I never shared. They mitigated the loss, but I want to recover from the very signals that I shared. That's what I always purpose to do. So whatever other entries I entered, I'm not considering them. I'm considering the ones that I shared in the signal group. All right, so let me wish you guys a good day. Remember, the registrations for the signal group are still going. We are just in our 3rd day. We started our 3rd day today, so you can still join. Some guy who joined this morning, so it's still early for you guys to join. Then for the mentorship program, we started on Monday. Those who need to get to learn these strategies and the way I analyze, you can register now. So the registrations are still, you can join us. We haven't gone too far. We have just started. So do it now. You can join a 7 p.m. class to 9 p.m. or a 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. class. It is your choice at hand. Now let me wish you guys a good day, and I want to say happy trading, and let's keep engaging. My inbox is always open in the way I can for my VIPs, and of course those who have been with me for some good time. We can always discuss and see how we do things and do the change that we need to see. Let me wish you guys a good day. Happy trading. See you tomorrow same time. A good one, guys.